Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to a new Cambridge vlog. Yes, you heard correctly. After about 12 to 13 months, the Cambridge vlogs are back. I've got permission from my college, Homerton College, to return to Cambridge for what will be my final term as a law undergraduate at the University of Cambridge. I am excited to be going back. I think that's fair to say. It has been such a long time that I've been away from the university, away from my friends, away from all that I've been used to. And so it's going to be really good to be back. Of course, there are going to be restrictions still in place. It's not going to be normal as it was before. And, there are those rules in place and for good reason. But I am excited to be able to return. And I'm so glad I can say that the Cambridge vlogs are back. I hope you will join me in this final term at the University of Cambridge. Follow through what I do. There'll also be videos and vlogs coming out. So follow along with me. Very soon I'll be going back to Homerton. I've got all my luggage packed and ready. But yeah, follow me as I return to Cambridge. And I'm very, very excited to be returning. After a few hours in the car, I have finally made it back to Cambridge. I am in my new room. The first time I'm actually in this room because of course I didn't go back to college last Michaelmas when we were able to. So this is the first time I'm actually in this room. Here is a brief glimpse. I'm in the South Court accommodation block. I'm not going to show you the rest of the room because there may or may not be a room tour, so stay tuned for that. What I'm probably going to do now is unpack because I've got quite a bit of unpacking to do. I've managed to get everything unpacked. I was quite exhausting, but I managed to get it done. You can probably see some of the things on the display behind me. You'll find out more about that in the room tour that I may or may not be doing. But at least I've got that done. What I'm going to do now is I need to go to the shops. I've made a list so I know what I'm getting. Trying to be organised. Let's see if that works. But I've managed to make a list. I've got everything that I need. So I'm going to head over to the shops now and then I'll come back and just get on with maybe just relax a bit. Actually, I might do that afterwards. The shopping went well. It was actually the first time I'd been in a shop for quite some time, but I managed to get everything that I needed. Afterwards, I had dinner with some of my friends who are part of my household. So the way it's working with obviously the coronavirus restrictions is that we are all in like households, so we can interact with those within a household, but there's limited contact you can have with those who are not in your household. Obviously, some of those restrictions have been eased most recently in terms of being able to go outside, the rule of 6, for example. But yeah, here at college, and obviously with all colleges, it's a household kind of system. But I was able to have dinner with them, and that was good. It was just great to actually be able to speak to people in person. It was great to do that. It was great to do that. What I'm probably going to do this evening is not do anything too strenuous. I'm probably going to read this book that I've started. It is called The Constitutional Balance, and it was developed and written by the late Sir John Laws. So I'm going to read that because that'll be quite interesting. So I managed to read some of Sir John Laws' book. Very interesting so far. I haven't read a lot of it, to be fair, but from what I've read so far, I'm definitely looking forward to continue to read on through his book and to hear some of his ideas, hear his views about the Constitution, which is kind of the key focus in his book. So yeah, looking forward to continue to read that. Afterwards, I went outside to hang out with some members of my household, and that was really fun as well. It's just been nice to be back in Cambridge again. Really good fun. I'm just glad to be back. I'm probably going to go to bed now. I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning. I'm probably going to have to do some work this morning. I do actually have some work to do. But before that, I'm going to enjoy this nice cup of tea and some slightly burnt toast. I'll enjoy that, and then I've got one or two smaller things that I need to do, checking emails, etc. before I get on with any work. I've decided, since it's quite sunny, that I'm going to work outside. I'm going to be focusing on the dissertation that I've got to do. My dissertation's focusing on public law, and in particular the doctrine of legitimate expectations. I'm trying to get a first draft done. I've just got the conclusion to do, so I'm probably going to try and focus on that this morning. Having now typed up the conclusion, I've now got a first draft of my dissertation, which I am absolutely pleased with. I've still got roughly another month until the dissertation is due, when I need to submit it, but I am so pleased that I managed to get a first draft done. Obviously now the process is about going through it and obviously adding to it, checking things, correcting things, deleting things, adding citations, etc. But I am pleased at this stage I've managed to get a first draft done. Probably going to get something for lunch now, and then afterwards I might continue with the dissertation a bit, just working on some of the citations, and then I'll see what I'll do after. After having had something for lunch, I decided to stay outside because the weather was still really good. I continued on with my dissertation for the afternoon, doing some of the citations and other bits and pieces in relation to my dissertation. I'm very pleased with the progress I've made on my dissertation. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it done, or at least the first draft done, but I've made good progress today. Obviously still a lot more to do, as I mentioned earlier, editing things, changing things, etc. But I'm pleased with what I've done so far. Taking a break now to have something for dinner, and I'm going to watch Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce, which is a Korean drama on Netflix. So I'm going to watch that. I'm on to the second episode, so I'm going to be interested to see what happens next in the drama. Following on from dinner, I went to one of the study rooms that are available. There I got on with some revision focusing on equity, which is one of the modules that I take this year. Mainly just doing some note taking, looking at the different literature, looking at the cases, etc. So I've just been focusing on that. Getting late now, so I'm probably going to head off to bed. It is now Sunday. Since I was able to do a first draft of my dissertation yesterday, I'm going to focus on two other things today. First of all, some revision for upcoming exams, but also I'm going to focus on some written work that is due in next week. I've got a written work due in for human rights law, but I've also got a labour law mock exam to do as well. So I'll be focusing on that today. But before that, I'm going to have a nice cup of tea and continue to read Sir John Lawes' book. So far this morning, I've been just doing some revision, making some notes for equity, looking at personal liability of third parties or known receipt and dishonest assistance, just making some notes for that topic. I've had to put my laptop on charge, so what I'm going to do is go to the hall to get something for lunch. Normally it's brunch on a Sunday, so that should be good. I'll probably eat it out here because, well, it's takeaway service anyway, obviously, because of COVID restrictions. So I'm probably going to eat it out here where it's sunny again, which should be good. I've certainly missed having brunches at Homerton, so I was glad I was able to have one today, and it was delicious. On the afternoon, I just continued on with my studies into equity and making some notes on the topic that I mentioned beforehand. Right now, I'm having something for dinner, nothing too extravagant, just some chips, some ham, some salad, and some bread. Not that exciting, but pretty much what I'm able to do at the moment. So I'm going to have that, take a break, and then probably get on with some more studies afterwards. After having had something for dinner and watching some more episodes of the Korean drama I've been watching, I decided to get on with some more note-taking for equity. Managed to get a little bit done, not a lot, but a little bit done, but I'm still pleased with what I've managed to get done over the last couple of days or so. Probably going to leave it here because it's getting late, but I've still got obviously work to do, things to prepare for, revision to do, and I'll probably continue with that tomorrow. Today got off to an early start because I had a virtual full committee meeting at the Cambridge Union. For those who haven't followed my channel for a while, I've been involved with the Cambridge Union since about Lent 2019, which is well over 2 years, would you believe? And I'm involved again this term as well, my final term here at Cambridge, and therefore at the Cambridge Union, at least as an undergraduate. The full committee meeting went well, just discussed about what's coming up, what the term is going to look like, etc. And also get to see some of the people who are going to be on the committee as well. That was good. Today I'll be focusing primarily on the written work that's due in. I've got the human rights one and the labour law one due in this week. So I'll be focusing on that, planning that, and also writing it up. This morning I was able to put a plan together for the human rights law poem questionnaire I've got to do. Quite an interesting poem question, multiple issues to address in it. I also had to do a COVID test as part of the testing programme that's run by the university. This afternoon I'm probably going to continue on with the human rights law poem question, but might also do some revision for equity as well. I got on with some revision for equity, looking at two topics and making some notes on them. First of all, resultant trusts and unincorporated associations, and then second of all, looking at charitable trusts, both quite interesting topics. Now I'm going to take a break and have something for dinner, give myself a nice chance to relax and unwind for a bit. After dinner, I just got on with some more work as well as some bits and pieces that I needed to do. Nothing too much, but I managed to get a few things done. I am pleased that I was able to get quite a bit done today in terms of revision for equity, so I'm happy with that. Going to rest now because I've still got a busy day tomorrow with things to get on with. Good morning, it is now Tuesday. I've just been reading more of Sir John Laws's book, The Constitutional Balance. Very interesting book, currently on his chapter on democracy. Today I'll be focusing on the human rights law poem question I've got due in. I did a bit of a plan yesterday. I'm going to finish that off and then start typing that up. Like I said, it's quite an interesting poem question dealing with multiple issues that we've looked at throughout the course so far this year. So definitely look forward to typing that up. So yeah, that'll be my focus. It's looking sunny outside, so I might work outside again. So far, really good progress is being made on the human rights law problem question I've got due in on Friday. Very pleased with what I've done so far. I'm taking a break from that. I have had something for lunch. I had something quite delicious from Hull, but I am taking a break now to go to the shops to get a few things in. And then afterwards, I'll probably try and get on with the human rights law problem question a bit more and see if I can get at least a first draft of my answer for that question done. This afternoon, I was able to get a first draft of the human rights law problem question done, which I am pleased with. Wasn't too bad of a question to look at, wasn't too bad of a question to answer. Like I said, there were a few issues to deal with it in terms of different claims that could be brought. But overall, it was a really good question to have a look at, and I'll obviously be working on that, making sure it's the best it can be before I submit that to my supervisor. I've also had something for dinner as well. This evening I will just be focusing on maybe some EU law supervision. EU law is another module that I take in third year, and might do other bits and pieces as well. Having done some revision this evening looking at European Union law, I'm probably going to head off to bed now. It's been a busy day, but it's also been a productive day. Like I said, I was able to get a first draft for the human rights law problem question that's due in on Friday. But I've still got things to do tomorrow, but like I said, I'm going to head off to bed now. To start off today, I had my usual cup of tea with some toast. I'm probably going to read a bit more of Sir John Laws's book. And then afterwards, for at least this morning, I'm going to focus on EU law and do some revision and note-taking around that. And maybe do one or two other bits and pieces as well. I've just been taking a break from my revision of European Union law to have something for lunch, but also to put some dates in the diary because the exam timetable has been released. I've got exams now coming up from around about the end of May to the middle of June. So coming up very, very soon. So obviously got to get that revision in beforehand. Speaking of revision, I'm going to continue on with my revision for European Union law and then probably do something else afterwards. Following on from lunch, I continued on with my revision of European Union law and making notes on the topic of fundamental rights in the EU. So for example, the EU Charter. very interesting topic to look at and make notes on. Then I had something for dinner, and following on from that, I've been doing some preparation to put a plan together for the labour law mock exam that I've got due in on Sunday. I've got to do one essay question and one problem question out of the choices that have been provided. So I'm working on that. I'll be finishing that off tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And with that comes the end of this vlog. I have waited so long. You won't believe how long I've waited to be able to bring these vlogs back. I hope you have enjoyed the return of the Cambridge vlogs. Obviously they're not going to necessarily last forever, and they'll last obviously till the end of my time as an undergraduate here at Cambridge, but I hope to showcase my time here at Cambridge through my vlogs and other videos. If you've enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to do the usual things like follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, all the social media in the description below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Why haven't you? Subscribe to the channel, but hit the notification bell to keep up to date. Comment if you've got any questions, comments, anything like that. Like the video, do all the things that you are familiar with. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video.